Again, the same teacher. No?
Yes, ma'am. We are lucky, ma'am. We got you.
Oh, you are lucky.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, how was your DM and SEM?
Ma'am, nice, ma'am. Ma'am, but some questions are difficult as well as mean not able to solve in the time.
Oh, regarding time, there is some issue, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What about out of syllabus? Nothing
Next,
was out of syllabus.
I feel that 5 questions out of syllabus for me. I didn't study that chapter.
For you, it is. For others,
I don't know.
I think everything was means included from the syllabus only.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, when will get the result, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know.
Ma'am, you just give the hint, ma'am. Our people are there to find out the truth. I mean, they can investigate, ma'am. You just give the hint.
About result.
Ma'am?
About result.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, I don't know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's start
Ma'am,
this
some
one.
questions are typed, long questions are put in a MCQ, like Carmichael number. How you get in
Oh.
2 minutes?
Hmm.
Then
That can. Yeah, there should be some time. 3 hours. Time was only 2 hours now.
yes, ma'am, 2 hours.
Okay. Ah, that's the problem. Okay. Hey, let's go now. Focus. Let's focus on this graph theory. So this book I'll be using Introduction to Graph Theory, second edition by written by Douglas. Yeah. So this is the lesson plan. Okay. This is the book Introduction to Graph Theory by Douglas P. West, second edition. And as you already know, 5 hours per week there is 4 classes, right? 3 theory classes and 2 hours. There is one class for problem solving. It's written as 2 hours PS. Okay, and grading pattern is there is external and internal. Internal consists of 40%, and out of that, midterm is 15%, and 10% quiz, 10% assignment, and 5% attendance. Okay, and external there is this time there is Viva. No lab exam. There is no lab exam. This is kind of Viva only, right? Because we are not uh, taking the late classes, right? So that way, all the question will be asked from the theory only. Okay, that will consist of 15 marks, I think. Yeah, 15 marks, and 45% is out of that is your end term. Okay, theory exam. So actually, this 60% is theory only. Okay. So here are the lesson plan topics.
Ma'am, just hold on for a second. We have to take the screenshot.
No need. I'll be sending this to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, actually, you were saying to send, ma'am, but we are waiting after so many days. You are sending, ma'am.
Okay. Let me take your mail ID.
Okay, ma'am.
Tell me anyone's mail ID, or you just send me something. My mail ID is manju@soa.ac.in. Okay. So ask
Okay.
for that. One student only. Okay, and then you can share with all other.
Yes, ma'am.
So who will take?
In the chat box, I have provided mine.
Hmm?
In the chat box, I have given my mail ID, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So EC will say share with you all. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. So topics are, first is what is graph definition and its graph is model, that is its example, and we will be discussing some questions based on that. Okay. Next is matrices and isomorphism. Decomposition, special type of. First, we'll this is how to decompose the graph into some graphs and special graphs, special type of graphs. And this is 1.1 only, consisting of 1.1. Then 1.2 contains path, cycle, and trail connections in graph. Okay, bipartite graph, Eulerian circuit, Eulerian graph. This is 1.2. Next is 1.3. 1.3 contains vertex degrees, their counting, okay, and the bijections between the graph. Graphical sequence, that is any sequence when it becomes graphical, and the degree sequences. Okay. 1.4 consists of directed graphs, definitions and example. Again, the properties of this one, vertex degrees, Eulerian digraph, orientations, and tournaments. So that is your first chapter. In second chapter, we will be discussing about trees and distance between any 2 points of the graph or any 2 points of the tree. And this tree is just a connected acyclic graph. Okay. And the basic properties about those. Distance in tree that I already done, right? 2.2 contains spanning trees, that is for a given graph, how to find spanning tree, and their counting, how many spanning tree exist for a corresponding graph. Okay, that is how many trees exist and spanning tree. Okay. 2.3, this is 2.1, 2, and now 3. Optimization and trees. Okay, in this one, minimum spanning tree. We will try to find the minimum spanning tree. On 3.1, we will be solving matchings and factor. We'll be solving their covers, condition for maximum matching, minimum maximum theorems, independent set and covers. And 3.2 is not in your syllabus. After 3.1, there is direct 3.3. Okay. So matching in general graph. In this one, we'll be discussing about Kute's theorem, statement only. Okay. Not be proving. And yeah, these theorems 3.1, 3.3, then N9. And then 5. Yeah, fourth chapter is not there in your syllabus of this book. Okay. Then fifth chapter. Fifth chapter is coloring of the graph, that is vertex coloring and upper bounds. Okay. And how to minimize those number of colors. Okay. This is 5.2 is also not present. 5.1 and 3 out of 5, fifth chapter. And in sixth chapter, only 6.1 is there. Okay. Sixth chapter contains of Taylor graph, embedding and Euler's formula. That is, embedding is how to embed or how to draw a graph in a plane. Okay. That is your embedding. And dual graph for a graph. Euler's formula again done. Yeah, in 7.1, 7 chapter 7.1 and 7.2 are there. So here we'll be discussing about edges and cycles. On the basis of that, line graph we'll be finding for a particular graph, we'll be finding the corresponding line graph and edge coloring. First we We will discuss vertex coloring in 5th chapter, and then in the 7th chapter it is edge coloring. Okay. And then we'll be discussing about Hamiltonian cycle. Earlier I told you about the Eulerian cycle, circuit and Hamiltonian cycle. That is Eulerian graph we will be discussing and Hamiltonian graph we will be discussing. Okay, and some problems. So up to 7.2 is there. Okay, so there are 6 chapters. Step 4, 1 to 7, right? Yeah, these are the problems we will be solving in the class, and the assignment part is only, I think, this one. This time you are very, very lucky that assignment is on, only one assignment is given. See? Only one assignment. Okay,
Yes.
that is,
Total this semester we will get only one assignment.
yeah, that's
Then
given in the lesson plan.
nice,
I'll be
ma'am.
giving you many more problems for exercise.
Yes, ma'am, that's why in the beginning I said we are lucky.
So let me start with the book.
Ma'am, book name, ma'am.
By Douglas B. West, IGT.
Okay, ma'am. That
This
one will
one.
receive the PDF, ma'am. That book.
PDF, I think it is present. Actually, it contains, it is the size of this book is 64 MB. So through mail, it is not possible to send you.
Okay, ma'am. Second edition.
Second edition, yeah. So I'll try from some other mail, not from this institute mail. Okay. Otherwise, it will ask for you for that access, but it's not given in the institute mail. Okay. Yeah, these are the topics I have already covered in the lesson plan, right? Graphs, matrices, isomorphism, spatial graph, then bipartite graph and all that. Vertex degree, directed graph, then trees, spanning tree, optimization, means minimum spanning tree, matching cover, 3.1, 3.3. This Q's factor, F factor. Then this is not present, though I'll be giving you some idea about cuts and connectivity, cut vertices and vertex cut connectivity, a connected graph. Then fifth chapter is coloring of the graph, that is vertex coloring we will be discussing. Then planar graph, Euler's formula, and edges and cycle, that is here edge coloring and Hamiltonian cycle. Okay. Now this is question is, what is graph theory? This is the study of graphs, as you already have some idea, right? And what is graph? Graph I will be discussing. This is just mathematical structure that is coming from the, that you can draw from the vertex set and the given edge set. And edge set is coming from the relation between any two objects. Okay. So graph consists of vertex set and edge set. And this edge set is coming, how it is defined by, when edge is defined, you
Ma'am, it
are
consists of
giving some
this
relation. Okay. Relation between two objects. Only then edge can be drawn, right? Yes, what are you saying?
Ma'am, you said it consists of vertices and the other
And
one
edge
is.
set. Edge set. Edge set.
Okay, ma'am.
Edge. Line.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this edge set is coming from the relation. We have drawn the directed graph in case of phase diagram, right? So all other graphs will be also studying over here, whether it is directed, undirected, or all the graphs. Okay. And as this is the basic course, or means this is just introduction to graph theory part, so we will be not going too deep into the graph theory. Though I am just giving you the applications of the graph theory right now. Okay. So where you can apply the graphs. First, tell me the graph out of real life. Real life, wherever there is a connection, there is a graph, right? Wherever there is a link, there is a graph. For example, we are connected here, right? We are connected via this mail, right? Or you can just say you and your friends are connected via WhatsApp group, right? So that is also a graph, right? Social media sites, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Twitter, Facebook Messenger, right? So these all are the graphs. You can take any network, right? That is forming a graph. Means vertices are there and connections are. There are many vertices and these are connected, interconnected, right? And the largest graph is internet, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There are many, can just say vertices and edges, right? Everything is interconnected over here. And we can use the graph theory to optimize the problems in computer network, road network, flight network, right? Road network is also a graph. Flight network, right? To mitigate, or you can just say to reduce the accident part, air crashes, right? To reduce congestion. Yeah. Here, some questions are asked. That is, how can we lay a cable at minimum cost? See, resources are in finite, very finite resources present, right? So we want to minimize, we want to optimize the things, right? Optimize anything. We want to minimize the time travel, right? Between two cities. Or we want to minimize the cost. Okay. So this can be given by whenever kind of minimum time, minimum thing that can be solved by minimum spanning tree. Okay. That is, how can you set up a cable, or you can just say lay a cable at minimum cost to make every telephone or everything, whatever you can take in this place, okay, reachable from every other. So that is coming from spanning tree of the graph. You can use the spanning tree, minimum spanning tree. Okay, same here. Fastest route, fastest route, you want to reduce the time, right? Or you want to reduce the distance. Somewhere you want to reduce the cost, right? So all are the, you can just say, application of the graph theory, that is minimum spanning tree, and the shortest path, that is also coming from spanning tree. Okay, shortest path. Now this question is, how can n jobs be filled, right, by n people with a maximum total utility? Means to say, so that qualified or the candidates get the job, right? That can be done with the help of matching, and matching problems we will be doing this, right? Matching Hall's condition for matching, that is necessary and sufficient condition. And next is this one, how many layers does a computer chip need so that wires in the same layer don't cross? Okay, That is, wherever crossing part is, there is no crossing part, means regarding crossing, there we use the planarity. Okay, so that is coming from the planar. That is how we can do anything, or we can use anything, or we can draw in plane, so that nothing grows, no edge grows, right? That is coming from the planar graph. And next is, this one is also minimum number of weeks, that is also coming from the, this means minimum spanning tree. That is, and this one is, in what order should a traveling salesman visit cities to minimize the travel time? This you can, here you can use this Hamiltonian graph. Whenever we'll be doing this Hamiltonian graph, I may again explain these type of thing, right? And this thing is vertex coloring. Okay, can you color the region of every map using 4 colors? Here it is 4 vertex color problem. Otherwise, can you color the region of every map, or you can just say the given map, such that neighboring region receive different color? That is, you want to minimize the resources, means in these you want to minimize the color. Okay, minimize the number of colors, and in such a way that whenever two neighbors, neighboring region R1 is the first region and its neighboring region is R2, they are getting the different. Okay, and if R3 is also neighboring of R1, then that is also getting the different. Okay, different color. So that can be done with the help of vertex coloring. Okay, there are many other problems also that can address with the help of using graph theory. First, let me give you the definition, then I'll come to this Conics-Fabregas problem. A graph is a structure that contains vertex set and edge set, and edge set is defined by using some relation on this vertex set, right? We are taking from the vertices from this vertex set and then connecting to them, right? Connecting some vertex to other on the basis of some relation. Either this edge set will be given or some relation will be given. Okay. From that you can draw the graph. And for example, you are given vertices. So means points you are, these are known as nodes, points or vertices. Okay. A, B, C, D. Okay. Now A and there is a relation between A and B. So AB is an S, or you can just say B is an S, right? AC is an S, AD is an S, and BD is an S. So the corresponding graph will be this. Okay. The vertex set here, the vertex set is A, B, C, D. Okay, and the edge set is AB, AC, AD, ODA, CA. You can just take any one of them. DB or BD. Okay, clear? So this is the graph with vertex set as this one and edges set are 4 edges. How many vertices are present? Cardinality of vertex set, tell me. Graph is represented by the letter G. or means any capital letter you can represent. So here I'm just taking G. What is the cardinality of graph? Cardinality of this vertex set?
4.
4 is known as order of the graph. Okay, and it is represented by n. Okay, n is the order of graph, and order means the vertices of the graph, number of vertex. Okay, and these are the edges, these lines between two vertex, right? So these are the edges, and this is the edge set cardinality. What is the edge set cardinality of this graph? Again, I'm just
4,
including one more. Now
5.
5,
5.
right? So this is your sides. Okay,
Edge set cardinality definition can you give?
the number of edges.
Okay. And edge set?
Ma'am, why BC is not
Yeah,
BC, B to C? There
you're
must be a relation to B to C.
EG is your edge set, VG is your vertex set. There are 4 vertices. Earlier there was 4 edges. Now I have just included one more. For example, this is some other graph from that, right? So now it become 5. Otherwise it would have been, it was 4, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Size is denoted by m. That is the number of edges in the graph, and order of the graph is the number of vertices. Order related to vertex, size related to edges. You are given, for example, this example, you are given a vertex set is x, y, z, w, and the edge set is this one. These edges are between these. Okay. Now, whenever, yeah, these edges are given actually. Okay. So then the graph will be this one. Now, if you take the graph, for example, ABC, this one, or let me A, B, and C. Okay, and here these are the simple edges, right? Okay, if I take like this edge, this is your edge number 1, this is your edge number 2, edge number 3, edge number 4, right? Now, this is simple edge, edge number 3 and 4. These are simple edges, right? And 1 and 2 are known as parallel edges, okay, or multi edges. Means an edge is defined this 3 with the endpoints C and B, right? A line whose endpoint is B and C, right? And here 4 A and C with endpoints A and C. Means to say, in general, you have U and W or U and V, okay? There is an edge between U and V, then we denote by this, right? Or VU. This as you can also say that UV or VU. Okay, because there is no direction given. Either you can just write UV or you can write VU. Clear? Whenever there is an edge between U and V, you say U is adjacent to V and V is adjacent to U. Okay, or simply you can just say U and V are adjacent. Okay, clear? Adjacent
Yes, ma'am.
means there is an edge between them. Okay. Now, whenever there two or more edges having same endpoints, endpoint of E in this one are U and V, right? And here endpoint of 1 and 2 are A and B. Okay, so at least two edges, that means two or more edges are said to be multi-edge or parallel edge if their endpoints are same. Okay, multi-edge or parallel edge.
Ma'am, please repeat about the multi-edge and parallel edge.
Okay, you have A to B, A and B, two vertices. You have this edge,
Yes, ma'am.
you have one more edge. These are known as parallel edges. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
one more edge you can just take. These three edges are parallel edges, or you can just say these three edges are multi-edge. Okay, multi-edges, parallel edges, same thing. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
parallel, or you can take a multi-edge.
Ma'am, just few second ago you said one definition, ma'am. That one can you repeat again? Two or more edges are said to be multi-edge or parallel edge having same endpoints.
If these have same endpoints.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we are talking about two or more edges, right? If one edge have same endpoint, means to say there is only one edge and that is having one endpoint, means to say this is starting and ending point, that starting and ending point is same. What does that mean? You already know this one. What does it mean? At the time of Hayes diagram we did loop, right? Okay, means an edge E with same endpoints, that is which is starting and whose starting and ending point is same, that becomes loop. Okay, these are multi edges and this is just simple edge. Any doubt regarding multi edge, loop and simple edge? Now there are type of graphs, that is simple graph, multi-graph, on the basis of these edge classification. Okay, and there is pseudo graph. Simple graph is containing all the simple edges, means to say no parallel edge should be there, no multi edge or parallel edge, and no loop. Okay, in the simple graph. In the simple graph, GTS means graph. Okay, and there is one more type of graph, that is multi-graph. Multi-graph means multi-edge is allowed, but loop is not allowed, right? Loop is not allowed. Here these are parallel edges and this is loop. Okay?
Ma'am, in a
Parallel
simple
edge,
graph which are not allowed,
these one not allowed, these one not allowed.
I mean loop and parallel edges are not allowed.
Yes, these are not, means the simple graph is just this one. Okay? And this is also multi-graph we can see, right?
And in multi-graph which is not allowed?
In multi-graph, loops are not allowed.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, means multi-edge or parallel edges are allowed. Now, is this simple graph?
No, ma'am.
This one? No.
No, ma'am.
Is this multi-graph?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
If I
Yes.
add one more thing, that is loop, is this simple graph?
No, ma'am.
No. Is this multi-graph?
No, ma'am.
No. So this graph is known as pseudo graph. Okay, where multi-graph as well as multi-edges as well as loops are allowed. So this is your pseudo graph. Okay. Now this pseudo graph is simple graph. Every simple graph is multi-graph, and every multi-graph is pseudo graph. But this way is not there. Okay, because loops are not allowed in multigraph, right? But यहाँ तो allowed है pseudograph में, right? And what about this multigraph, simple graph? Why multigraph is
Ma'am,
not a so yes?
no.
Why multigraph is not a simple graph? Because यहाँ पे in simple graph nothing is allowed. That is multi edges are not allowed, but here allowed, right? So what about this one? Can we regard this as multigraph or pseudograph?
A multigraph.
Both, right? Multigraph
Yes,
we can say, or this is simple graph, multigraph, pseudograph, right?
yes, ma'am.
Now this is not simple, multi and pseudo. Now this one, if I add loop also, then this is only pseudo.
Pseudograph. Yes,
I
ma'am.
hope you understood the difference between all these three graphs.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Adjacency done, right? When two vertices are adjacent, there is some edge between them. Okay. And the graph is consisting of edge set and vertex set. Edge set is defined, that is coming from the relation defined on the vertex set. Yeah. If there are finite number of vertices, then it is known as means order of the graph is finite, then it is finite graph. And if
And
infinite,
the adjacent one, can you say two vertices are said to be adjacent if?
if there is some edge between them,
Okay, ma'am.
these vertices are adjacent. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 2 are adjacent, 1 and 3 are adjacent, but 3 and 2 are not adjacent. Okay. Why not? Because there is no relation, right? No relation means no edge, right? So these are not adjacent, 2 and 3. Now clear? Yes. Now come to this question. Yeah, before going to that, what is n for this one? Order. And what is size for this graph?
N is 4.
Ma'am, N is 4 and M is
N is 4 and size is
7.
now what is this question? There is some Königsberg Bridge problem. So this is the city of Königsberg was located on some this river in Persia. So there are two islands. This city occupied two islands and plus the areas on both banks. That is, these islands and these are on this bank. That is, this is your river flowing, and same here. Here, okay. So these are your city areas. This one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, Königsberg city contains 4 regions: X, Y, Z, W. And these are the bridges. Okay, between X and Y, there is one bridge. Y and Z, there is one bridge. Y and W, there is one bridge. W and X, there are 2 bridges. And W and Z, there are 2 bridges. So corresponding graph, if you want corresponding graph, by considering these regions, these areas as vertex and these bridges, connection means bridges, right? Bridges means connection, there is some connection, right? And connection of bridges means there is some relation, right? And relation of link, there is some link now. So these link we can take as edges, right? So we can draw this graph, corresponding graph. Okay. Yes. So there is one edge between X and Y. So this is your X y vertex, z, w. So there is number 6 bridge, number 6 edge. Okay. This 7th bridge is denoted by E7, and 3 and 4, these are parallel, right? W and Z are connected by 2 bridges, means these are connected by 2 edges. Okay, clear? And X and W again 2 bridges, and between Y and W there is 1 bridge. Understood the corresponding graph? Avoidable.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am,
understood.
you are
What is
audible.
what is the first step to draw the corresponding graph? Means, how did you know there will be 4 vertices?
I am just taking the regions as the vertex. This is given as 4 region, right? 4
Yes,
land masses.
yes, ma'am.
These 2 islands, W, Y, and X and Z, these. Okay, and whenever there is a link via bridge. So this is the edge. Now you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So like this you can form the graphs from the problem, right? You can model this. This was a real life problem, right? That is real life situation, and this you are
Ma'am,
modeling via graph. Yeah.
ma'am, how did you know it is a simple edge and a parallel edge?
Because there are two edges, no?
Yes,
Two
ma'am. How
bridges
did you? Okay, ma'am.
between W and X. There are 2 bridges. Here also 2 bridges. There is only one.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
And obviously there is no bridge. This is connected now. I mean, this is one landmass we are just corresponding to X. So there will not be loop.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Any other doubt? So this
मैम
is how.
अगर सेम एंड पॉइंट रहेगा तो वहां पे हम डिसाइड कर सकते हैं ये मल्टी एज है कि नहीं, मतलब ये वाला ग्राफ में मतलब वो जो काइट वाला स्ट्रक्चर जिसमें है वो वाला
ये वाला
ग्राफ में मैम डब्ल्यू और एक्स के बीच में वो वाला कौन सा हो जाएगा, ये वाला मल्टी एज हो जाएगा ना?
हाँ मल्टी एज हो गया ये, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 2 ब्रिज थे, तो 2
Multiple
ब्रिज
bridges are there.
corresponding 2 edges are there,
ओके मैम, ओके,
right? Yeah. Any other doubt?
यस, नो मैम.
Now listen to carefully what the problem is. This is your corresponding graph. That's okay. Means real life problem we can uh, like this, considering something as vertices and whatever the connections between them as edges, we can model it as a graph, right? And then we can work on the problems. And what is the problem? Konigsberg Bridge problem is the citizen wondered whether they could leave home, cross every bridge exactly once. Okay, they want to cross every bridge exactly once and return home. Is it possible?
नो
Means
मैम.
to say in the graph, traversing each, or you can just say they want to travel each edge exactly once, right? Each edge corresponding to bridges, right? They want to cross each bridge once, right? If they are if some home is there, right? Some a person, his or her home is here. He or she want to cross each bridge exactly once.
Not
Okay,
possible, ma'am.
is it possible?
No, ma'am.
And return back to home. And if it is not going to here, then you will go here, then what? Okay, so graphically in the corresponding graph, if you want the graph is whether this graph is Eulerian or not. Means to say, I'll discuss what about the what do I mean by Eulerian graph. That means whether you start from any vertex, okay, You need to start from some vertex and you need to cross, you need to travel every edge once. Okay, this one, this one, this one. You can come back to the vertex again and again, doesn't matter, but here the edge cross is as crossing or traveling the edge only once. Okay, then what? Where should I go? Nowhere, right? If I go like this, choose some other path. Here, 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 here. Or if you are not going to here, then this one. Then what? Again means if you want to go to here, then you need to uh, retraverse this E6, right? So like this. So graph theory, by looking at the graph of this problem, we can directly say, if you know something about Eulerian graph, means to say it is asking whether the graph is Eulerian or not. And what do you mean by Eulerian graph? Can you find the Eulerian circuit or not? And what is Eulerian circuit? A kind of circuit that contains all the edges of the graph. Okay, that contains all the edges of the graph. And a circuit means edges should not repeat. Okay, means to say we want Eulerian graph. So this graph is Eulerian or not? And the answer is this graph is not Eulerian because of there are odd number of edges coming out of this graph. Okay, incident to this vertex, odd number, 3 edges, here also 3 edges, here also 3 edges, here also 5 edges, odd number. If every vertex is incident means how many edges are coming out or coming to the vertex, right? Okay, how many edges are incident? That is the number of edges incident to the vertex. Okay. Okay, how many edges are related to that vertex? That is the number of edges incident to that vertex. Okay, for example, 3 over here. And if there is only one edge incident to this vertex, then 1 only, right? If there are 2, so this vertex has two edges incident. This vertex has one edge. This is also having one edge incident, right? So if there would be even number of incident edges at each vertex, then it would be possible. Okay, to travel throughout the graph such that you are crossing every edge, you are traveling every edge once and returning to the point where you started. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, in the case of Eulerian graph, it is important. Okay, that is just to start with this graph theory. They have just given this. I think they should give this problem at the time of Eulerian. Anyways, multiple edges loop. Loop is done, right? Size is done. This one is done. A loop is an edge whose endpoints are equal, right? N edge. एक ही edge होनी चाहिए, right? Multiple edges are 2 or more edges having same pair of endpoints, and a simple graph with no loops, with no multi edges. And we will be talking about in this chapter only simple graph. Okay, clear? Yeah, there is one null graph whose null graph is no vertex, no edge, means nothing, right? That means empty. Vertex set and edge set is empty. And there is one trivial graph, that is only one vertex is there. Okay, means 1 point. So this is your trivial graph. Okay. And this adjacency I already told you, that is when you say two vertices are adjacent, are these vertices adjacent?
No, ma'am.
No. If they are connected via some edge, they are
Yes,
adjacent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm giving you one graph. Tell me the size of this graph. This is your graph.
Zero. Zero.
Size 0, order
Three.
For
Three.
three.
Order three.
3,
N equals to 3.
right?
N equals to
3 vertices. And if size 0, then obviously there is no neighbor, right? No adjacency. Can you say these two graphs are same? These two graphs are same or different? Means first they are just what they are doing. They are taking this vertex set and this edge set. Okay, drawing the graph.
They are same.
Some of you can draw like this.
Ma'am,
Some of
they
you
are
can draw
same.
like this. Some of you can draw some other figure like that. Are they same or not? Yes, right? Same.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I was talking about planarity of graph, right? Whether the graph is planar or not. That is, crossing should not be there. Edge crossing should not be there. Okay? A graph that can be drawn in a plane such that no edge crossing should be there. So, is this planar graph?
No.
No, ma'am.
Again, I repeat, a graph that can be drawn as a graph as that no edge crossing should be there. You can push this inside na W. If you take this W to over here, then this edge shrink, right? And these are coming over here. See, this one, right? So this W, I'm just putting over here. So this U, W, right? This is your V, this is your U, this is your X, your Y, right? This is your W. Now, XW, X, VW. So, does there any edge crossing? Yes?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
So, it can be drawn. That is your planar graph, right? So, it is planar graph in fact. Okay, these both are same actually. And push this inside or this one, right? Anyways, this planar graph will come in, I think, when 5th chapter, 6th chapter. Yeah, this is what is the size and order? These two graphs are same, right? Means we are not saying they are identical, they are same. They are isomorphic.
Similar.
Isomorphic. We say isomorphic. Okay. Yeah, isomorphism also will study in chapter 3, I think. Or here itself I will be studying. Yeah. What is N and M?
N is 5, M is 7.
For this one, N is 5, N is 7. Okay. For this graph, actually isomorphism means here, isomorphism means all the properties are same. Okay. Anything. Actually, regardless the vertices means labeling. You can label this as A, B, C, D, E, right? This is X, Y, Z, W, right? U. So regardless of labeling, if two graphs are same, so forget about this labeling, these vertices, and these are kind of, you can redraw one graph in form of another, then you say these are isomorphism. Means property are same, that's why you are able to draw as the other one, right? That's why isomorphism. Anyway, we will be talking about that in detail. Yeah. What about the order and size for this graph?
8 and 16.
8 and 12.
8 and 12.
8 and 12.
This is cube, na? And how many edges? 12.
12,
Right.
man.
Null graph I already explained, and we'll be talking about only finite graph. Okay. So that's it for today, I think. I hope you got it.
Yes, ma'am.
I stop
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Thanks all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.